Bonjour, mesdames and messieurs. Bienvenue. Another episode of One Beer Leads to Another. Here we are today in Paris. Joost, what are you doing in Paris? I thought you were going back to Portugal. Well, that's a story that we'll tell, but I've actually been to this place before. It's Paname. It's actually a really good craft beer bar. They have flights here, or at least they did the last time I was here. But let's go in and see what's going on. Alright guys, here we are at the Paname Beer Company. Here are the beers that they have. And there is where the magic happens. And there we go. Alright guys, welcome back to another edition of One Beer Leads to Another. I know some of you are regular followers and you're wondering, wait a minute, Yosti, what's going on? I thought you were going back to Lisbon. Actually, I was going back to Lisbon. In fact, I was looking forward to going back there to go to this brewery called Dos Cuervos, which one of our viewers, Esteban Gomez, he's a Portuguese fisherman that we met when we were in Lisbon. I think it means two ducks or two chickens or something like that. Anyways, what happened was the baggage handlers in Portugal went on strike. So I couldn't fly from Rome to Portugal and hang there and then back to the US. So I just called Air France, which is flying me back to the US, and I said, hey, can you fly me from Rome to Paris because I can't get to Lisbon? And they were like, yeah, sure, we'll do that. And they didn't charge me anything, so it's great. So I have a day and a half here in Paris, and I wanted to come to this place. I've been to this place before, about 3 years ago when I came to France with my son George, who always tells me to remind you, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This is the Paname, I think that's how you pronounce it, the Paname Beer Company. It's at the end of this nice canal right by the Jaurès metro stop, and it's actually a great deal here. It's a great deal here. You get 5 beers for 10 euros. That's 2 euros a piece. So it is heavy IPA, but we're used to that. But it's interesting because this is one of the few places in Europe that I've been that they actually let you get a flight. So first up is the Bichet, which is their version, and they do it all here. I took a little, I had the video earlier showing you around the place. They brew all their own beer right here, so that's also great. It's a great scene. It's a great place to get away from the tourists. The locals come here. They kind of call this the Paris beach. I know that's a joke, but there's kayaking, there's boats, there's that sort of thing. There's all sorts of bars along these canals. I really recommend it if you get here. So anyways, here is the Bichet Pale Ale. That's good. It's about what you would expect. It's a traditional pale ale. It's a little bit hoppy, not overwhelming like a double IPA. Has a little bit of a hint of an aftertaste. As you know, I love it when they personalize the glasses on the tasters. I like that. I would give this 3.5 Champleys. All right, guys, up next here on our tasting at Paname Brewing Company in Paris, France. This is their Helles Pils. Let's see what this tastes like. Yeah, that's good. That's a good, solid Pilsner. I'd give it, again, 3.5 Champleys. It's a smooth drinker. I could see you drinking 2 or 3 of these after mowing the lawn, after walking the Champs-Élysées. Yeah, that's good. I would give that 3 Champleys. All right, guys, next up here is our sour. It's a Lambic. I'm sure it's going to taste great. The French and the Belgians do really good Lambics. Yeah, it's got that sour punch to it. but I still can tell that it's a beer. It's not like the sour overwhelms the beer flavor. It's really, really good. I'm gonna go ahead and give the Lambic 4 Champlays. All right, guys, I'm switching up the order of the flight a little bit. This is the Barge IPA, which is sort of their standard IPA, and then I'm gonna do the Légèrement, which is their session IPA. But this is the Barge IPA, which is just their standard. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. It's hop forward, but it's not overwhelming. It doesn't leave a bad aftertaste for me. Yeah, I really like that. I'm going to give that 4 Champlays. All right, guys, our last beer that we're going to sample here today is the Légèrement Barge Session IPA. Let's go ahead and give this a taste. That's really good. That is probably the best beer I've tasted here today. It's hoppy, but not overly hoppy. It doesn't punch me in the face. It also doesn't have that sort of lingering aftertaste that sometimes turns me off about IPAs. I really like this. I'm going to give this a rare 4.5 Champlays. All right, guys, so we're wrapping up here at Paname Brewing Company in Paris. I really, really like this place. If you ever get to Paris and you at all like craft beer, I would encourage you to come here. I was just talking to Fred, who's actually the owner here. He came over to introduce himself. Great guy. He really gets the whole craft beer thing. He serves, I've had really good German bratwurst here before. So he has a couple of chefs here. He understands that this is not L'Atelier Joel Robuchon, a 5-star Parisian restaurant, but that it's important for the food to be as good as the beer, and the food to be appropriate. You know, snack food, munchy food, things that you're going to want to eat when you're drinking beer. And he gets that. He gets the whole craft brewery thing. So I cannot give him enough accolades. Double thumbs up to Paname Brewing Company and Fred and everything that they're doing here. And that's going to wrap us up for today. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the videos I'm doing, searching the country and the world now for the best craft breweries in America, go ahead and subscribe. And that'll do it for today, our Paris edition of One Beer Leads to Another.